for our Heart of the High Plains series. I'm Princess Bryant, and this morning I am joined with the Junior League of Amarillo and Brandy. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so first let's talk about the Junior League of Amarillo. What do you guys kind of do?
So, thanks again for having us out today. So, the Junior League of Amarillo is a women's volunteer organization, and we kind of have dual roles. We're committed to absolutely advancing women's leadership in our community, but we want to do that by providing impactful services to that community.
And tell me, how do you guys kind of do that mission of providing leadership through women?
So, what we like to do is try to seek out some unmet needs in our community, and we like to collaborate and come up with ways to provide impactful and meaningful solutions to those unmet needs.
And what are a few of the unmet needs that you guys worked on or kind of seen in our community?
So we actually have 3 signature projects within the league that we brought to our community. We have Achieve, Student Success, and Period Project. And those are 3 things that we really try to focus on within our community. Our Achieve Project actually is a program where we get to hang out with and teach life skills and professional skills with young ladies that are actually aging out of the foster care system here in our community. So that can look like anything from filling out apartment rental applications. It can look like grocery shopping. It can look like, making a budget or building a resume. So really getting to, hang out with those ladies and create those bonds and help them kind of make that transition out of the foster care system. And so we actually have, I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
So we actually have Student Success. And that actually services 2 of our local elementary schools. So we have San Jacinto Elementary and Margaret Wills. And the program is exactly like it sounds like. We want those students to be successful. And so we do anything and everything that we can to support on and love those students and that school. So we chalk sidewalks on the first day of school. We handwrite individualized notes to every single student that's taking STAR testing throughout the year. We decorate the cafeterias for Thanksgiving. We hang art projects. So again, we just want those students to be successful, and we want them to feel the love from their community.
Yeah, and you mentioned there was one more project.
Yeah, so actually the Period Project is somewhat new to us, and it absolutely was an unmet need that we discovered after speaking to some of the staff and administration within our schools in the community. We learned from them that there are young women that actually were having a hard time focusing at school or even not showing up for school because they simply didn't have access to menstrual products. And so as a women's leadership organization, we certainly don't ever want to see young ladies missing school or not being able to focus because they simply just don't have access to those products. So we make those products available in the schools, and they're available to all of those ladies so that they can focus on what they need to focus on.
And focusing on that project, this is not a need that people think of until they really hear about it. But there are a lot of teenage girls that are going through that time and don't really know where to go from that point.
Absolutely. And it honestly was a need that we didn't realize either. And again, that kind of goes back to our focus. When we visit with the people in our community that are taking care of, especially the youth in our community, when you really visit with them, you do find unmet needs, and that's exactly what we want to focus on. And that, you're right, that's something that really is probably not thought of a lot.
Yeah.
But again, as a woman and as a group of women, that really hit home with us, that there was young ladies in our community that simply could not focus on school or couldn't even attend those few days because they just didn't have access to that stuff. So we definitely want to make sure that they do.
And tell me about the women that are part of your group right now. What kind of background do they have? Is all groups of women taking part in this? What does it kind of look like?
So it is. We run the gamut. I mean, every background, every type of woman that you can think of, we have within the league, all age groups. Mainly the thing that we have in common is that we're service-minded. And that's really the thing that we look for when we want ladies to come serve with us. We just want women that want to be able to provide services within our community and just to serve and to lead. And so, yes, we have women from all different backgrounds, but that is the one thing that we absolutely have in common.
Yeah. And why is it important for an organization like you? Because a lot of people see stuff in the community and have a tendency to talk about it, but not really help or do service in any kind of way. But you guys are looking and seeing what's in need, and you guys are doing your part.
Absolutely. And again, it kind of goes back to our focus. We want to commit to advancing women in leadership in this community. And the best way for us to do that is by being of service to our community and actually getting out there and helping everyone that we can. And so, again, we do that through our service projects, the ones that we created, those signature projects that I just mentioned. But we also help a multitude of nonprofits in our community, whether that's through volunteer hours from our members or we provide supplies when they need them, or if they just need a helping hand, we want to be there. So we feel like it is extremely important, at least to us, to physically show up in our community and actually do the work that this community needs. So.
And how long have you guys been in Amarillo?
So believe it or not, the Junior League has been in this community for over 90 years.
Wow.
We are an extremely civic-minded group that has a very rich heritage in this community. And we just want to continue that for many, many years to come and keep raising up the ladies in this community that can help serve.
And with that many years, do you hear stories like generations after generations coming back and being part of it?
Absolutely. We actually have so many members whose moms and grandmothers served in Junior League as well. In fact, our current president, her mother was in the league as well. And we see so much of that. So yes, and we love that because it facilitates, exactly what we're trying to do. When we see the needs and the importance of serving our community, our children see it. Our mothers saw it, we saw it, and now our children see it, and we just want to continue to build on that.
And if people want to be a part of the organization, how can they do so?
So jlamarillo.org is our website. You can go ahead and get on there. There's all kinds of information about us, all the things that we have coming up, sponsorship opportunities, events, but we'll also have some information on there on how you can volunteer as well.
And speaking of volunteers, what does that kind of look like? What are the volunteer opportunities you guys offer?
So we have a ton of volunteer opportunities within the league. We have many events throughout the year, but like I said, we also have lots of other organizations that we help throughout the year as well. So it really changes year to year, the different organizations that have different needs. We really just try to step in and help where we can. And so if you would like to help, we would love for you to hop on that website and get in touch with us.
And you guys have an event coming up. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll talk about that.
Okay, perfect.
Welcome back for our Heart of the High Plains series. So you guys have the dueling pianos coming up.
We do, actually. So February 28th at Arts at the Sunset. Doors open at 6 p.m. If you're not familiar with dueling pianos, it's a super fun event, super interactive with the audience, a lot of fun. This is actually the first year that we're going to be hosting this event, so we're very, very excited.
And tell me a little bit about the event. What can people kind of expect when they're getting out there?
Yeah, so actually there's going to be, of course, dueling pianos, exactly like it sounds. But again, like I said, it's very interactive. The audience gets to choose songs, there's sing-alongs, there's people dancing, there's kind of competition between the pianos, which is really a lot of fun.
And this is also a fundraiser event for you guys.
It is, absolutely. So we have 2 events throughout the year, and those events are truly critical to providing those funds that we need as a league to support those community projects that we already discussed. So absolutely.
And those funds, where can people see that going back towards?
So they can go back to the community projects that we just discussed, our signature projects like Achieve, Student Success, and Period Project. But again, we also donate back to other nonprofits within the community when they need help as well. So.
And tell me the time and the date again.
So it's February 28th for Dueling Pianos, 6 p.m., Arts at the Sunset. I will say the tickets are very limited at this point. So if you are interested, go on to our website at jlamarillo.org and go ahead and grab those.
Yeah. And it's not just a fundraising event. It also lets people know more about your league. What would you want people to know about you guys?
Absolutely. And that is really where the events that we put on every year definitely have a dual focus in that we want to raise funds, of course, because as I mentioned, those funds are critical to us being able to support the projects within our community. But it absolutely allows us the opportunity to show the community what we do. And it allows us to show them the needs that are within the community. As we kind of talked about with Period Projects, sometimes it's just really unknown. People don't really understand the needs that are needing to be met in our community. And so it gives us the opportunity to do that.
And Brandy, tell me what made you want to get started with the league? What did that kind of look like?
Yeah, so I'm actually 5 years active in the league,
Yeah.
and I've always been civic minded. I've always liked to volunteer here and there, but for me, it was really kind of hard to find those opportunities. I would reach out to organizations and volunteer here or there, but it just really wasn't quite as fulfilling as I was hoping it would be, and I didn't really feel like I was making the impact that I thought that I could. I had a lot of friends that were in the league, and
Yeah.
so after talking to them and all of the opportunities that they had to serve and really, really see the needs and meet the needs of the community, especially the youth in our community, I knew that was the place I wanted to be. So.
And during your time, is there a favorite moment you have when you guys were able to give back, or a favorite project that you may have?
Wow, that's really tough, I will say,
Yeah.
because there has been, so many opportunities that I've been blessed with that we get to do every year. I will say we actually provide some volunteers for the Northside Toy Drive.
Yeah.
That was truly one of the most impactful things that I got to do. I love being able to help all the other organizations as well. Student Success, I'm actually on that committee this year with the league. And being in those schools with those kiddos and really actually being able to help, and see those needs and be a support system to those kiddos is truly so meaningful. And it carries a lot of weight as a mom
Yeah.
and as a member of this community.
And for any woman who may be watching this and are like, you know what, I don't feel that fulfilled. There's something missing. What would you kind of say to them?
I would say absolutely get involved, because it is truly, the more you're involved, we tell ladies that join the league,
Yeah.
the more you buy in and the more you build and the more you grow within the league and volunteer for your community, the better you are going to feel about all of the efforts that you've put forward. It truly is the most rewarding thing that you can possibly do, is to be of service to your community.
And finally, people want to get in touch. They want to donate, volunteer, anything like that. How can they do so?
Absolutely. So again, jlamarillo.org is our website. It's got all the information that you're going to need to find about who we are, how you can serve, the events we have coming up, even sponsorships that are available for dueling pianos or for our golf classic. So definitely all the information you need is going to be right there.
You guys have two fundraiser events. Tell me about the golf fundraiser event you guys
Yes.
have.
So we have our 2026 annual golf classic coming up on Friday, April 10th. This year we're going to be playing the La Paloma course at Tascosa Country Club. So we're super excited about that. That's such a great team out there to work with. So we're going to have a 10 a.m. registration and an 11 a.m. shotgun start, 4-man scramble. So
Yeah.
we're very much looking forward to it. Our golf tournament is always a big fun event every year. We've been doing it for many years, and it's well loved and received within the community. So we're very much looking forward to that.
And how can people register for that? When can they expect that to pop open?
Yeah, absolutely. So registration is open right now on jlamarillo.org. And you can actually see all the sponsorship levels that are available there. You can sign up for a golf team there. Or if you have a business and would like to do both, we'd love to have you support with a sponsorship, and then bring everyone out and let's play some golf and just have a great time.
And is there any big goal that you guys want to raise? Is there any big projects you guys want to focus on getting more funds for?
So actually, everything that we can bring in, we are so grateful for.
Yeah.
Again, we have a multitude of projects that we support, including our own signature projects. And these fundraisers are absolutely the way that we bring in those funds. It's critical for us to have successful fundraisers so that we can support all of the community initiatives that we're involved in.
Alrighty, that is everything.
Thank you
Hey.